5.5 plus 4.5. So its answer is 10.0. And this I is less than 2. It means this condition is 3 is less than 2. So this condition is false. So therefore its answer is true. So finally its value is 1. So this is the logical operator. Now the next operator is assignment operator. This assignment operator assigns the value of expression given on the right side of it. Now this assignment expression, it evaluates the operand on the right side of the operator and places its value in the variable on the left. Now for simplicity, we will see some of the examples. Now for example, a is equal to a plus 5. So here the value which is present on the left side and on the right side both are the same value, and we can write this value, this expression, as a plus equal to 5. A plus equal to 5. A plus equal to a plus 5, that can be written as a plus equal to 5. Now again, if I would like to write b is equal to b into 3, then we can write it as b into equal to 3. Again here this b is same on the left side and on the right side. Now if I would like to write b is equal to b divided by 4, then we can write it as this b which is common on both sides, that we have to write first. Then whatever the arithmetic operator is there, that we have to write. So therefore here division is present. So division equal to and this digit. So that is 4. So in this way we can use the assignment operator. Now the next operator is unary operator. Now in unary operator, this operator, it acts on a single operand to produce the new value. So that is called as a unary operator. So there are some of the unary operators are there. For example, the minus operator. The minus operator is there. Then the increment operator, that is plus plus, decrement operator, that is minus minus, and size of operator. Now the increment operator, it adds 1 to the operand. The decrement operator subtracts 1 from the operand. Now we will see the examples. The increment and decrement operators can be used in two different ways, depending on whether the operator is written before or after the operand. Now for example, we can write that a plus plus, here the operator is written after the operand, and another example is plus plus a, where the operator is written before the operand. So these are the two different examples. Now this example is called as pre-increment operator. This is called as pre-increment operator, and this is called as post-increment operator. Now if the operator, now in pre-increment operator, if the operator precedes the operand, then it is called as pre-increment operator, and the operand will be changed in value before it is used for its purpose within the program. Now just see these two examples, these two operators with example. Now for example, a is equal to 5 and b is equal to plus plus a. Now a is equal to 5, then here plus plus is given, plus plus So plus plus is given and then a is given. So it means the value of a is incremented by 1. So the value of a is 6 and after that a is given. So it means then the value of a, the updated value of a is given to b. Now initially the value of a is 5. Then the value of a is incremented over here. So the value of a is 6 and the value of 6, the value of a is given to b, so that is b is equal to 6. Now we will see the another example. In this example, a is equal to 5 and b is equal to a plus plus. Now in this, a is equal to 5 and here first a is given. So here the value of a is assigned to b. So here the value of a is 5 and after assigning the value of a is incremented by 1. So the value of a is incremented by 1. So previously it was 5 and now 5 plus 1 it is 6. So a is equal to 6. So this is the post increment operator and pre-increment operator. In the same way, we can use these two different operators, that is post and pre operators, with the decrement operators. So we can call it as post decrement operator and pre decrement operator. And the functioning of the post decrement operator and pre decrement operator, it remains same like this. Now the next operator is size of operator. In C programming, an operator size of, it is used to calculate the size of various data types. It means how many bytes it is used, it requires to store the data. So that is shown by using the size of operator. Now the next operator is conditional operator, and in this conditional operator we call it as a question mark and colon operator also. So in this test conditional operator, we have a syntax that test expression question mark expression 1 colon expression 2. Now this is a test boolean expression. This question mark and this colon are conditional operators. Now this test expression is a boolean expression. It means its answer is a boolean expression and it is evaluated. Now if this test expression is true, then expression 1 is evaluated, and if this expression is false, then the expression 2 is evaluated. Now we will see it with example. We have the example that b is equal to 10, a is equal to b is greater than 5 question mark 125 colon 200. Now b is 10, 10 is greater than 5, condition is true. Now this condition is true, so therefore it will execute this part, that is expression 1. So the value of expression 1 is assigned to a. So the value of a will be 125. Now if we consider that the value of a is 1, value of b is 1. Now if the value of b is 1, then the expression will be 1 is greater than 5. So that expression is false. So if it is false, then the value of a will be expression 2. So that is 200. Now if the b is equal to 1, then this expression will be false. Then if this expression is false, then it will take the expression 2 value assigned to a. So therefore the value of a will be 200. So this is a conditional operator. Thank you.